time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2019 SJ Pour Challenge Gold sponsors. A special thanks to double gold sponsor Bouncer, keeping the dregs out with an inline filter for homebrewers. BrewTubers Online Brewers Club, forums, recipes, and news updates, and more. Yakima Valley Hops, fresh from the source to your kettle. Omega Yeast Labs, fresh, healthy, unique yeast. Jaded Brewing, home of the fastest immersion wort chiller, the Hydra. Kempfo's 2001 CTSP Pink, the world's favorite chlorinated homebrew cleaner with a unique pink color indicator. And our silver sponsor, the Brew Bag, simply the easiest way to brew great beers at home.
Clemens Homebrew coming at you with another 2019 SJ Pour Challenge beer review. This is still round 2. It's kind of brisk out here, so I've got a coat on. It's been a tight, I'll tell you, the score's been tight between all these beers in round 2. This one here is 64F RD2 M27. And the style is a sour, and it's 5.5% ABV. So let's get it cracked open. All right, had a bit of a hiss coming off. And here we go. I've never know how these things are going to be conditioned anymore. So many people are keg conditioning. But nonetheless, I might try to decide whether to reserve or add in. I think we'll leave it out initially, and then we'll add in later. All right, this is a very light gold color for sure. It's got a thin, not quite one finger head on it, and I can already smell something from over here. Oh my gosh, so I don't know how to describe everything I just had because it kind of threw me. I think I'm wrong, but I got some lemonish quality and some big malty, interesting malt hitting me, and almost what I thought was some cinnamon. Maybe not, but there's something interesting there in terms of fruit. And at one moment I thought I got a dill off there, and then I thought I got something like called persimmons. I don't know if anyone would know what that was anymore. Wow, that's interesting. All right, okay, well, where do I go with this? There's definitely a tart quality coming off of this. I can give you that much. So there's definitely some tartness coming off. I do feel like there's kind of a lemon quality, but there's definitely some other stuff in there that I'm not quite getting. I don't know exactly what additional fruit or something's in there, but there's some kind of an additional fruit that's put into this that I don't know why persimmons just popped top of my head. I heard someone talk about cookies made with them not long ago, a couple weeks ago, and that kind of struck me, just this and a light cinnamon-esque thing, but there's this kind of other fruit sweetness on there that's kind of unique. So let's jump on in. Cheers. And I'm gonna say it's light, but it's still in there. That whatever that sweetness, that fruit sweetness that I believe is in there, it's still persisting in the taste. Wow. Okay. You get a little bit of some hay grass type stuff, but it's not really what I want to call a farmhouse ale. It's not like a barnyard ale. It has a sweetness. It has a light tartness. God, it's kind of silky, almost soft on the tongue, though, interestingly enough. And there's a nice malt character coming through. Possibly some Pilsner in that mix. There's some kind of fruit, possibly vegetable, whatever it is, that's been added into this. And it's giving it a little different kick, a little different taste. I couldn't tell you what it was, but it's fun. It's giving it a little bit of a zing, an interesting sweetness, almost a light spice to it. It's very refreshing. I mean, I can see this being a really fun summer ale. I'm going to make some notes and I'll be back. We'll see if this changes up at all. Well, I'm just about as perplexed as I was when I started. I I still kind of like my Persimmons gas, and but it's a tasty beer. It's a semi-dry on the mouth, a little bit crisp, yet smooth. It's a medium to high carbonation, fine bubbles. You can see that it leaves lacing the glass. When you swirl, it will build a head back, and I've done that a few times now, which makes it a very appetizing looking beer. You know, it's always pleasing to see that on a beer, so it looks good. Yeah, it's got great qualities. I just don't know exactly what it is. It's not apple brought in, I'm pretty sure that. It's something interesting, that's for sure. But it almost makes me think, not quite like a cinnamon or something, but some kind of light spiciness to it. So it's a real interesting go. I'm enjoying this one. So cheers to you, whoever made this. It's a fun beer. We're going to go ahead, though, and do this real quick. Just pour the rest in just to see if it changes the character at all. Well, it did a little bit. It added probably, maybe it was bottle condition. Looks like yeast down at the bottom. So we added some more yeast in. That added a little more spiciness to it. So the yeast quality and some kind of esters or something are coming off this sour with, whether this was Brettanomyces or whatever they did with this. But nonetheless, it's a fun beer. So here it is again. It's the 64F RD2 M27. This is a fun go. This is a fun little sour. Cheers.